Tanse kitatabiskatinoakak, Cameron Adams natisnigasanegwe. I'm sorry that I'm not able to be there today. I'm presently in Macedonia helping build a Habitat for Humanity home with my mom. I thank you all for being here today and listening to Nochum Ellen's presentation about the Swampy Cree language app that she helped translate for and that I helped organize to help revitalize our ancestral tongue of nēhinawēwin, nēhinawēwin, Swampy Cree. So I started learning Cree and learning about my ancestry as an Indigenous person in grade 9 to 12. That's where I really learned about who I was as an Indigenous person. I never really knew much, and my mom would tell me that I had Indigenous ancestry, like my great-grandmother grew up speaking Cree and my great-grandfather was Ojibwe. But the thing is none of our family really spoke the language. The language wasn't something that was living in our family. So I started learning Cree online on Cree Simon Says in grade 12, and I got a couple dictionaries just to help me learn a little bit of the language because I had no people to actually talk to in the language as first language Swampy Cree speakers. So with that, I asked to translate the cafeteria special into Cree every single day, second semester in grade 12, and that became really popular as people would look twice at the menu when walking by to find out what the cafeteria special was. And I also got invited into a classroom to teach the language. When I was invited in, I found that the students were very interested in learning the language because youth are very open-minded in learning, and that was something that really inspired me to want to keep on learning the language because I saw that there is a interest in the language. It's just we have to make it accessible for people. So when I graduated grade 12, I enrolled in University of Winnipeg, and I enrolled in the introductory Cree class, which we would learn how to write the Cree language in standard Roman orthography, and we'd also learn how to conjugate verbs and make stories and help just familiarize ourselves with the language. When I was in university, I connected with Swampy Cree elder Margaret Osborne from Norway House, and I built a strong relationship with her about the Cree language app that we presently are doing the audio for today. And the actual app came later on in the year. It was in February of 2018 that the actual app became an idea. It was over spring break that I wanted to get the word out, so I contacted a couple of news agencies and I was able to get the story out about the idea of a language app. And with the app, I was actually contacted by a tech developer named Kevin Waddell that was interested in developing the app for me. With the translating for the language app, it started in July of 2018, and Margaret would start translating, and that went up until just recently. About a month ago, we stopped the translating, and over that time, in September and October and November, I actually met with different contacts at the University of Winnipeg, and I was fortunate enough to receive 4 grants in the last year that helped fund the first phase of the language app. The partners that were able to fund it were the University of Winnipeg Students Association, the Kevin Lamoureux, his daughter's fund called the Mina Lamoureux Fund, the Indigenous Students Association, and Critic, which is an organization that works through the University of Winnipeg. In December, I also met Nochum Ellen Cook. I was contacted, and she became really interested in translating for the language app and took a lead role in that app over Christmas. She started translating, and immediately I saw that she did great work, and she never turned back. She would translate every single day, all hours, like late 10:30 at night, 10 o'clock in the morning, and she would translate so much material on each section. We have about 60 sections in the language app to start for the app, and she would translate so much. Because of her leadership role that she took in the language app, I asked her if she would be willing to do the voice a couple months ago, and she said yes. So she would she is acting as the voice right now for the language app, as well as the editor, and she helps me plan for the language app on what she believes as a Cree language speaker, instructor, and how that she believes that the language should be used in a language app to best teach. So we work together often, usually tatogisigaw every day, on different ideas that the language app should have as we move forward. And that is basically where we are today. We've successfully completed just under 3,000 language translations between just under 10 translators, and right now we're finishing up the language app audio, and then tech development will be starting hopefully in the next couple weeks. And Nochum Ellen is here today to talk to you about the language app, and she'll be able to help emphasize on her role for this language app and how she's been able to help save our ancestral tongue and help be a big role in this awesome language app that will be coming out September 2019. I thank you all.